The Greater Creative are a group of residents that all got together to bring local communities involved, to bring creativity through art to the parish. We're funded by the Creative Civic Change, and through that we work through local artists as well to bring relevant pieces to each area, and this is one of 4 that we did throughout the parish, and we've worked with local schools, the residents, and also community groups. We were just going to do pieces of art through a window, a temporary window effect on retired redundant buildings, and then 2 of our working party members went to the Bring the Paint festival held by Graphwork Leicester in 2019. So they came back buzzing with ideas, and the group got together to talk about it a bit more, to say, could we actually do more than just the windows? And then this was kind of born from there. This is to commemorate a lot of the heritage of the village, because this is a railway village, and there's a container in Newton that's relevant to them because they have a carnival each year, and they've done a container there that's got a carnival painted on it, which was designed by the schools in the local area. And then Hilcote's got one that's all regarding wildlife and nature, because it's in one of their it's called Royal Oak Gardens, and it just celebrates that, and that was designed by the help group there that does a lot of maintenance for the garden itself. And then there was the skate park at Blackwell, which the children just wanted some vibrant colours to bring out there, and an area that they play on quite regularly. And again, the school and the residents were all involved in a lot of those designs.
And to bring all this together creates a lot of people coming together, and it's been a real team effort, hasn't it? Oh,
massively so. Everything from the funders, from the Arts Council and Creative Civic Change, who funded the project, and a lot of projects they've been doing. Residents are getting involved. Platform 31, along with the Greater Creative Working Party, the community schools. It's absolutely everybody has been involved with it. You know, it's been amazing. When you've never done anything like this before, you tend to wonder what reaction you're going to get. But because it's involved the schools, the local communities, they've all had the say in all the different 4 pieces. And the children, actually, I said they're so proud, because now they've got something on the wall everybody goes and has a look at from the community and beyond. And they're kind of saying, I did that, I had a piece of that. And it's been absolutely amazing, you know. And working with all these groups, it's brought us together as a parish, as a whole. I think it's really, really worked very, very well. We had a lot of support and encouragement, especially while doing the train, from local residents that were the railway meant something to them, even when it was just touching things up, and they were talking to the artists and they loved it, to make things a little bit more real to them and make it relative to the actual train. The Stanier 8F, you know, it's brought us lots of memories from other people, and children and grandchildren have all said how fabulous it is because their granddad drove the train, and it's been absolutely amazing. You know, they've really, really supported us greatly on this.
When the painting was first being put on the walls there, I noticed the engine was very much LMS, and it was just a number and that kind of thing, and for 851 or something like that it had. And it struck me that, well, the village ought to have something a little bit more realistic. And so I could remember from being a boy being train spotting, I knew the engines, especially the 8 freights here, which were for heavy mineral trains, meaning coal trains, that it ought to have an engine that was allocated to Westhouses depot, hence 18B, which is Westhouses shed number. And this particular engine here, as it would be known, 8494 and 8495, they were allocated at Westhouses engine depot. It wasn't just any engine, any train, which anyone would normally talk about, but it was one that, if one asked more detail, and even the date when the Midland Railway came to Westhouses, which is shown here, I think it gives more realism and depth, and the fact that it's thought, which of course is what art is really all about. It's the detail that's been gone into and considered. The point is that this village was different to so many all around here, because they were made mainly to do with the mining community. But this village, and it was thanks to the Midland Railway, it was just a railway village.
Does it take you back looking at that? Does it take you back to those childhood days of train spotting?
Oh yes, because if I could, I'd be able to go down to the engine depot and wait for my father to come out. He would give me a lift and let the engine go into the depot, and Aidan was able to have a ride on the engine, and wow, that meant everything to 8 and 9-year-olds.
So what next for Greater Creative? Because I know you've always got projects on the go, so what next and how do people get involved?
Well, yeah, really. One of the projects that we're working on currently is designing interpretation boards that brings the ex-industry in the area to each relevant area around, and we're very much on top of that one, and we're going to be working with the sculptor again to do a wooden sculpture of a train in a garden just over there. We're developing that area into a community garden, and he's helping us do a raised plant bed, and it will be in the form of a train again relative to the village. And then we're also doing some workshops. We'll be doing workshops for Halloween, and then in the back end of November we'll be doing some family festive workshops that again they can come along and get involved in.
Wow, you've got plenty going on.
Lots going on, yeah, constantly lots going on, but it's great to be part of it all.